long. But what do you say to those constituents, besides blaming Republicans? What do you say to them when they ask for help?
You know, Willie, these are the calls that I am getting. How am I going to keep my restaurant going now that we are having cold weather set in the Northeast? How am I going to be able to find a job, never mind go to a job, when schools are closed and I can't access childcare? These are the issues that people are grappling with. And this has been what we have been fighting for in Congress. We passed the HEROES Act back in May. We came back in July and stabilized child care and made investments in our post office. In October, we came back with another offer, another reduction in the funding we needed. But what we can't do is say, who do we leave behind? You know, we are flexible on amounts, but we are facing some real deadlines in portions of the CARES Act that expire at the end of the year. And what is that going to mean to people who are struggling to put it together? We are seeing terrifying statistics about Latino and Black and Native American families and the disproportionate impact this has had on them financially. We have to recognize that from the words of their own Federal Reserve head, we cannot invest enough in the American people at this time. We cannot overspend in helping them to recovery. It is not just the loss of life and livelihood, but it is how we are going to set a course for the future. We must respond. And to see Mitch McConnell continue to ignore. We are not in a negotiation here over a used car or a house. We are talking about lives. We have a president who won't acknowledge the 260,000 deaths in this country to the pandemic, and we have to get this relief out. So we're going to continue to be at that table, to be the voice for the American people. And we have a powerful new ally in the Biden administration to get this done and deliver solutions.
As you know, Congresswoman, Republicans would say to that, you came up with this bloated bill that has a bunch of stuff in it that's not related to COVID, whether it's cannabis businesses or farming or immigration. And what they would say is we put forward a targeted bill that actually addresses the problem in front of us. How do you answer that criticism?
I would say, let's just take one example, food insecurity and hunger. Here, with tomorrow being Thanksgiving, we are seeing that rising around the country. And as we have continued to reduce the size of our package, we can't make choices about who's going to succeed and who isn't. We need to be able to feed hungry people in this country. And we have heard from the Republicans that that's a non-starter. We need to invest in our state and local governments so they can keep critical workers on the payroll. They have said that's a non-starter. But what they are willing to do is continue to create slush funds, pad the corporate payroll at the expense of the suffering of the American people. This isn't about dollar amounts. This is about the core values of how will we come to the aid of the American people in this time of crisis.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.